It's the 1 2 1 2 checker. Rex and effects and effects, and I'ma make ya.
It's a day.
Ooh.
Jazz hit the airwaves a little bit. We've been feeling like ever since the last little episode, we've been feeling a little background jazziana, so we're gonna let that flow a little bit. Probably in these next couple episodes. It takes better than adding your own music.
Cause we found a vibe. We found a vibe. We found a vibe. We found a vibe. Oh, we found a vibe. We found a vibe. We found a vibe.
Transparent and
Transparent energy.
transparent.
Transparent. Transparent. Energy.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another installment, another episode of Transparent Energy with your hostesses, with the Mostesses.
Baby D.
And your girl Jordan B. I have to remember y'all to look this way. I get so caught up in it. But hey guys.
Hey guys.
It's been a full week since the last time we talked to you guys. And again, thank you guys for those that have watched, for the feedback, for the comments, for the inboxes. Again, all the love is appreciated all the time, no matter how big, how small. Again, of course we want people to watch it. Of course we wish it was so many views. But again, we got to start small. And I thank God for the ones that are watching, the ones that are taking their time out their day to watch us and to enjoy us. And again, the feedback that we have been getting has been so positive. So as long as that's
much appreciated. We're really grateful, and y'all already know it's transparent. The energy is real. We love it.
The energy is definitely real here.
You know, I was a little bit distracted because they was playing the Puerto Rican music outside, and it was bumping over the jazz a little bit.
So what you think? What Puerto Rican jazz?
Puerto Rican jazz. I mean, I always say that, but that was
a distraction.
Yeah, it was a distraction, and it was only a distraction because I actually knew the song. The song was called Bandolero. Like,
okay.
Onca dice que soy un bandolero donde voy. A la gracias a Dios. That's all I know, but
no, this is why me and her vibe so well. Cause she is like, it's just good to know girls that's not just average, you know, like my girl is into history, into the stars and the moons, all kind of stuff. She knows different languages. She knows, my girl is just open. Like I said, we definitely balance each other out, and we have such great qualities that we both possess. I think it's so dope, and that's what keeps us, I guess, level out in different ways.
Well,
but
you
again, guys, but look,
level.
before we go further, y'all like our butterflies? Y'all like our butterflies? Catch our butterflies.
Check our
we are
additions.
butterflies.
Our additions.
We are butterflies.
Yeah, we just.
I think in some ways.
I think so too, because I think butterflies represent
Metamorphosis.
metamorphosis, evolution, change. Period. Yeah.
Oh, and then when you said it was 444, so see, things just seem to
Fall
fall into
in
place in different ways. But before we go to any further, guys, you already know how we do. We start the show with our affirmations to put out that positive energy into the air, to the atmosphere. Again, like we always tell you, you have to get used to saying positive things to yourself, and to others. Okay, don't just speak it, onto you, but also project it onto others, because we should also want others to be just as awesome, just as brilliant, just as amazing as us.
That's right.
You know, we all have our own different paths. But everybody should just want to be equally great in their own, whatever they're destined to do. So, but again, our affirmations are just to remind us of what we want to be, what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and what we're going to be. So, like I said, the more we say it, the more we'll believe it, and the more we believe it, we'll see it. So,
and if you can't remember, you can always come back and tune in and just come right back at the beginning of the show.
You can always say but we're going to give you some examples.
But no, you start this week because I started first last week.
Okay, so we are magnetic.
We are magnetic.
We are marvelous.
We are marvelous.
We are dynamic.
We are dynamic.
We are valuable.
We are valuable.
And we are tremendous.
We are tremendous. contrite this week.
Yes, I had them all together this week.
I be trying to be contrite like that, but I'm just so doggone deep.
Yeah, right. Everything is right, but that's you. So we gotta accept you for you. That's
so
you.
Goodness,
That's you. Like I said, you sound like you're supposed to be. We long to be the best that we are, and what we do, when we do, what we do.
Oh God!
But it makes you, so you can't. I want you to be. I want you to be the other way. So go ahead.
All right, you ready?
Okay, ready.
This week's affirmations.
Okay.
We are fruitful, so begin to sow seeds.
We are fruitful, so begin to sow seeds. I like that.
We are honest from the inside out.
We are honest from the inside out.
We will reserve our energy.
We will reserve our energy for positivity.
Of course.
No negativity. Let's stop using our energy for negativity.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
We will see positivity.
We will see positivity.
In negativity's eyes.
In negativity's eyes.
And smile.
And smile. Yes.
And finally.
Okay, yes, right.
Finally.
But
We will learn in order to teach.
we will learn in order to teach.
And teach others so they will learn.
And teach others so that they will learn. Alright. Well, that concludes our affirmations for this week, guys. Remember them as much as you can and come up with your own. Like I said, just look in the mirror every day, or just at every. You don't even gotta look in the mirror and say it. Just say it to yourself. Like at the moment you can, remember it. Say it like, I'm strong. I can do this. I'm amazing. I'm brilliant. I'm awesome.
That's right. And a lot of people don't really know how to be
so
affirmative, make affirmations. A lot of times
It's
people
me a
don't
long
know
time,
how
too.
to speak positive or good things about themselves. So understand that it is still powerful and imperative that you can speak it amongst other people. You know, you can put it out in the universe,
Right.
and that's equivalent as speaking it upon yourself too. So if you're not comfortable with saying like, I am great, I am magnificent, you know, put it in the universe. You know, we are. You know, you can be specific however you want to do it, but it's necessary that we do these things because the world we living in right now,
It's crazy, Anna.
is negative.
It's crazy, Anna. All right, well, before we go any further, too, it is Mother's Day. So, happy
is
Mother's Day to
Day.
the mothers. Chosen, well, the biologicals, the bionics, the
Chosen, selected.
selected.
Because I'm a selected mother.
Yeah, so, like, again, thank you for being who y'all are. Thank you for being the life givers. Thank you for being the nurturers. Thank you for helping us and sacrificing for a lot of us. Everyone's relationship probably wasn't the best with their parents. I know mine has been on the rocky with my mom in a lot of different ways, but I thank God for the things that she has instilled in me, because she has instilled so many great morals in me that I can't buy, you know, like things that go a long way, like manners and having a good attitude, and know how to treat people and to talk to people no matter what. Like I said, no matter the difference, my mom was there for me in so many ways, and I thank God for her. And again, I know her prayers have helped me get through a lot of times, a lot of seen and unseen dangers, you know. Sorry, y'all.
It's summertime.
I'm not gonna but again, thank you to the mothers for all that y'all do. Thank you for the sacrifices that y'all have made. Thank you for, you know, what y'all do every day for your kids, because Mother's Day is just not one day. It should be every day that you get celebrated. But I know that so many of us, well, not so many of us, but so many women don't get the appreciation that they deserve. And I think that they should more because they're deserving of it and the work that they do. For those that really do put the work in.
Yeah, for those that really do. And not only that, I kind of think, can I splice it now? Can I splice it? Because, I got
You wouldn't be yourself when you didn't, but go ahead.
But we know some of us do it enough throughout the year.
Yeah, that you don't have to pick one day. Like, how you feel about it? You don't really look at it like, it's like, girl.
Yeah.
I get it, though. Because, like I said, but you know what? Like I said, as I've been getting older, too, I really have calmed down even, too, with these holidays. Like, they don't... It's different. Like, you know how, like, you wake up... Like, I don't know. Like, I love it, though. Because I remember I used to be like everybody, like, where these holidays meant so much to me. Like, and if I didn't receive this or didn't receive that, I would feel some kind of way. Or I would feel like, But now it's kind of like... You get older, you be like... You learn about it, number one.
Right.
And then you realize, again, it shouldn't be just one day to get anybody to get celebrated.
Right.
I do get that it's a certain, just like, extra day to show love and, all that.
I, in a sense, I just don't get that because I don't feel it. I actually, kind of going into what you said, I was a fan of holidays, especially the feeling. I could smell holidays like fresh cut grass in the springtime, to let us know when the seasons is changing. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's right.
But the feeling isn't there, and it almost feels forced. Like, honestly, I would be real. I could not look any woman in her eyes today because I did not want to misappropriate the holiday for just a woman. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there were several people that said Happy Mother's Day, and I just almost didn't know what to say. Like,
I be saying,
or maybe
yes,
you too,
they said Mother's Day
or
to me at work all day, so I was like, thanks.
that's
But that's part of just, but yeah. But I am a mother, but I have a deceased child, so that's the difference. My gay child, passed. And I think that people don't really.
Is that the one on your Oh, that is so decent because every time I see that, I always say to myself, I want to ask her who this person.
That was my issue.
Who's this person?
That was my gay child for a long time. Like, so we had a moment like right before she had passed that we really wasn't speaking that much, but we got kind of back to a good place. But she was on her way to come see me when she did. They was on their way to come to my house.
So sorry to hear that. So
yeah, but and again, for that matter, shout out and hugs and kisses even to those that don't have their mothers, whose mothers may have gone on, who's
experienced the loss of a mother and has what is needed,
or a mother losing a child, so you don't really get that Mother's Day love because your child is born.
Right.
So for them mothers too.
Shout out to you guys most of all, because I'm very much amazing, but you have a rarity that a lot of us don't have. You have the bearing and burden of having to bury or having to be without, and the experience to learn to cope and deal with that and still function and be able to give somebody like me, potentially in the future, somebody that's going to lose their mom pretty soon, like advice or anything to.
Because we should always want to also. I think that it's best for the child to bury the parents. It sucks when a parent has to bury their child.
I agree.
And I pray that we don't have to do that. I just pray to God that we don't have to do it. But I pray that we don't have to. And I pray that for
even for the young people. I pray that, and
so many kids too that's passed. It's just.
Welcome to Transparent Energy.
Energy is transparent, and we keep 100% real all the time. Okay, so let's get into some hot topics. Let's get into again, we love you mothers. Every day of the week.
Every day of the week, every day of the year. Happy Mother's Day. So, yeah, like you said, moving on to hot topics.
I did the affirmations. You start the hot topics.
I'll do a quick, really, update into hot topics. I got an update.
Okay.
Mr. You ready? What's his name? What's my baby name? Some Luther Vandross, a little.
Oh, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie
He's doing
Foxx.
good, yeah.
Jamie Foxx.
They say he was doing good. Mind you, his daughter said he been doing good for a while.
Wow,
The
exactly.
media, the high said that we can't trust the media.
And you know, I thought about you.
I told y'all.
You know,
Look at transparent energy.
My girl will tell you she put the mark on it when she tells you social media is a gift and a curse.
I say
she tells you all the time, and this is a prime example of a
how
cursing
you can't
for
believe
me.
everything you read, and because they've been really going ham.
They have been going.
It's really like more and more. Too.
Had me doing research where I came to y'all and I came to y'all and I said, look, I don't know what I'm gonna do if we lose though.
She was destroyed, y'all. My girl was really,
and they was out there lying.
Yeah, the daughter said that he's been doing good for a while. He been out there, because he even put a post saying thanks everybody for the prayers or something like that. So he said something like.
But it just goes to show, like, look how powerful negativity is. Like, look how like the spread of it is ridiculous.
But like information spread like diseases, man. So fast. Because what we see too, remember that it was just a post too. So be careful too, y'all. Wrap up. I need to start wrapping up because it's like 10 cities that got the highest HIV rates. I forgot. There's a lot of them. I know New York was on there. I know New York was on there.
I said they ain't named Philadelphia because Philly's off the charts.
Yeah, but, okay. But I'm glad Philly wasn't on there.
I'm glad Philly wasn't on there. But it still does not make it right. You guys, look, strap up.
Yeah, like what is that?
Sidebar, strap up. It ain't.
This is a having sex era,
and I like sex.
I mean, like I said, I believe, like I said, because this ain't the first sexual era, but I believe like the sex has gotten a little bit out of hand. I think it's worse.
You know what my only concern is with the sex besides the diseases is the women, and it's given very much. Who is still bringing babies into this world? Like, yes. Is that crazy for me to think that?
No, because it is.
Like the world is
like crazy.
Oh,
not right now. I don't want to. Not right now. But like I said, anyway, I would have. We're not gonna
like, who's getting ready to have a baby next year?
Who wants a baby? Right in this time, like this climate, the way that our world is just being shaped.
The climate.
Like did you see that over in Europe, darling, that Prince Charles is showing?
Okay.
And his side chick got sworn in, and the queen is now a side chick is now queen. That's what he said.
Camilla. Yes, Camilla. They said, they was giving it up to her on Twitter. They said she the oldest side
they ever seen.
She's the original OG of the blueprint. They was like, she basically stayed around and waited to her turn to get on the throne.
Yeah. And it happened.
But you, I don't know if you heard the stories behind what's set to happen now that she's taken the crown and everything. They're basically saying that's the fall of the royal kingdom. Yes, the monarchy. Mm-hmm. They're saying that is the fall. That is the face of the fall. Go on.
But and for those that are in the spirit realm, that's a sign too of what's going to be going on. Like in the spirit realm too, these high up people are coming down. These people are about to come down, and now it's about to be another set of people that's about to be risen up. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be crazy. This is about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy. We're living in a crazy. But as much as crazy it is, it's so eventful, and it's just amazing to look at. Like it's like a movie, like I said. But I'm just glad that girl, we can witness it together, and we can tell you guys as we're witnessing it together, keep you guys informed, so y'all can know what's up too. Because again, like I said, we are dealing with some fake news out here, and we want to know the real, and we're gonna keep y'all real here.
Just like Oprah's Winfrey School of Girls over in Africa, that she had built and started filling up.
Allegedly.
No. It's a fact.
Oh, well, okay.
It's a real school.
I know that. It was a girls' school, right?
It was a girls' school.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even talk about that for a while.
Yeah, well, now some people been checking up on it because there's been some inquiries. There's been some inquiries. Like, people are like, hey, Oprah. Thanks, TikTok. And the people who support TikTok.
Thank you. Your comments.
Yeah. But, people was like, well, wait a minute. Oprah, didn't you have a school with 85,000 kids in it? Girls, to be exact. And what happened to it? and Oprah doesn't have any response. If you Google map the school, the location of the school is not where it's located on Google Maps. But if you go to that location, somebody will meet and greet you there and then take you to the school. They had somebody go over to the school and the school was closed.
What?
And
they were saying that allegedly they heard a few other big names are involved with a lot of this stuff.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Allegedly.
Jeffrey Epstein. Well, you know she was a part. She
allegedly.
You have to throw that in there.
But yeah.
But we know Oprah plays for the team, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not even gonna be blind and sheepish to the fact.
It was Ellen too.
Really?
It was Ellen. Like they've been saying a lot of names. Like I said, but you can't. Again, this is just like how with Jamie Foxx saying you can't believe everything we hear. But a lot of this is true, or it seems true, or it's kind of like facts behind it. So it's kind of like true.
A lot of facts on bullshit. Oh, excuse my French, y'all.
No, but I mean like facts on these situations that mean like they're definitely questioned. Like they can be questioned. They can be.
Right. It's questionable. It's like, who makes this stuff up? Who would just say
that they done? I don't know, but like I said, but they,
all I want to know is
anything about anybody,
right?
But sometimes it's like it's kind of hard to not believe when your name keeps being resurfaced over and over and over again.
Right, just like it's hard not to believe with all the sex trading, sex trafficking, children missing all the time, every year. There's no foundations.
And you know what's been funny? I've been seeing, and I don't know if it's just me in my back of my mind or if I'm really seeing it, but I've been seeing a lot of these white vans lately. And like these beat up white vans. This one van I seen, it was cardboard in between, like, well, not cardboard, but wooden board in between the front seat and the back seat, like a wooden board instead of like one of them regular plastic. Yeah, it was like a wooden, like as if, and then like the back,
like to keep the lights out, so that
it was
the person
tamper with, like it looked like, cause it's been a lot of kids in Philly too that have been missing.
Absolutely, a young girl just went missing the other day. That's why
females.
And shout out, can we shout out? I want to shout out. Who are they? They're my Philly people on Instagram. Philly Scoop Hall. Scoop Balls. Philly
Scoop Hall.
Okay.
Philly Scoop Hall.
Philly Scoop Hall. Shout out to you guys, because you guys do your thing. You be on point as much as you can be, and you definitely help me out a lot with covering stories and, getting information out there. Yes. But the only question I really want to know is, where are these 85,000 kids that Oprah isn't speaking up for, nor the representative that basically the administrator, the person who basically gave the okay for this student, and her only job is, besides admission and administration, is to check up on the girls.
It's given like a Gillistein. What was her name? It's given like the one that was with Jeffrey, the one that
I can't think of her name.
It's hard to pronounce. Gillistein something. But you know what I'm talking about, with the black hair, the one that was like you said, like the one like the enrollment.
Yeah.
Good. The one that was handling all the business. But like I said, I wouldn't put it past it. I would be surprised, but they did say, this is how I know that some of this is definitely in the right arena, because they did say it's supposed to be a list coming out of big celebrities that's involved with sex trafficking.
Well, it's gonna be
a lot of stuff that's going on. They said, allegedly. Joe Biden's son has a tattoo of a map of where is like a route somewhere in like the Midwest somewhere of where they take children. And he got it on his back.
Now that's preposterous to me. I'm not gonna believe that.
No,
but some people would think it's crazy that he actually was on video smoking crack.
I wouldn't put it past him.
No, he really was. I seen the video myself.
I'm not talking about that. I wouldn't put it past him.
Oh, but with the mat,
that is, because it is a real. It's on his back, and they had it was on TikTok too. I seen on TikTok. I think it's TikTok again.
Why would they put the mat on his back?
It's sick. But again, I believe our country likes to hide the pedophilia that,
right in front of our faces.
Right in front of our faces, and they try to put a big spotlight on homosexuals and homosexuality to try to mask. I will always tell y'all that because it is. That's how they do it. They will put a big spotlight on homosexuals and transsexuals
and be up in the Catholic church, fondling the little young men,
up and having all of these children camps and these children being missing, these children being killed,
high and behind homosexuality. That's crazy. Targeting. That's targeting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're targeted for sure.
Targeting. But
our community is targeted.
Our community is very, very targeted, and at this point, I think we need to start fighting for ourselves. We need to start fighting for ourselves. That means, and the way I say we start fighting for ourselves is getting better. You got to get better with yourself. If you're anybody over the age of 25, the fight is with you. It ain't with your baby mom. It ain't with your friends. It ain't with the people you drink with. The fight is with you. And I get it personally. I get it. But in order to I do. But in order to get better, like it has to start with you. And going back off of what you were saying earlier about the horse and leading it, knowing how to make it.
Watching it earlier. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Like you have to have the discernment to realize you're not going to be on the same thinking wave as your friends or as everybody else.
You can't make people drink water. You can only take, like how they said, like how they said that statement, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. You can't make people do what you want them to do. And I think I had to realize that a lot because I am one of them people. I'm not going to lie. I like to, especially now that I have taken a different path in life and just gotten better in so many different ways. And like I said, not feeling better than nobody, but like I said, I am on a different wave. And I think sometimes I get so excited about how good I feel and how awesome that I feel not doing certain things and how certain things don't have the hold on me like they used to. And again, I had to realize that everyone has their time that they are ready. But sometimes you want your friends to be with you in the same boat, like bitch, like we doing this change thing together. And even in relationships, it can be like that. We want your partner to follow suit. I think that's been one of my faults too in my relationship with wanting people to be moving in the same timing that I'm moving, and it's not. And you gotta either accept it for what it is and adjust. Or make some adjustments, or go about your business. Yeah. But you have to understand that people have the right to change when they want to change.
And people will change. And
people will change when they want to. And then, like I said, it's up to you to want to stay around. But if you know, like, look, this is not, you know what I mean? If you and this person have a history of not such good vibes when it comes to certain things, and like, okay, I've done all I can do, I can't, then that's a different story. But again, if you are a person that's willing to wait too, and wait till your partner get themselves together, then you gotta be, understand, like, listen, they're gonna do it when they're ready,
That's
or
right.
they're for your family member or a friend. It doesn't have to just be relationships, family, friend,
Let me ask you a question. Do you celebrate yourself like that? Like, in your sobriety? Like, in your, do you? Like, because I
celebrate myself more
or
just at all.
Just every chance you can.
I think I do. Like, I give myself, like, I be like, girl, like, some days when I'm like, girl, you went another day. Like, I always thank God, like, girl, you went another day that you didn't allow, like, a stressful moment to take you to the bottle. Or take you to want to go, go get a bag or something, or, pop a pill. Because things like that did, and especially like before, like, I really now deal with stuff. Like, even the weed don't even do nothing for me no more. So I just be like, girl, I be having to deal with it. Because I love my trees, but I don't even smoke all heavy like that, like how I used to. Like, I really don't. Like, I do. I mean, I get my smoke on, but it's just me. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's me and my, and my sister that that resides with me. But other than that, like, I don't smoke all like that because I be working. So, and I thank God that I'm working because I probably would be smoking more if I was working. Nah, because I know me. Thank God.
I just thought I just never noticed that because I don't know. And maybe
talking about celebrating, I think that but getting into that arena, I do think, and I find myself, like I told you before, I do find it hard celebrating myself. I guess that is due to not really having them celebratory moments, due to, again, not being around family, being with your extended family, but the trauma bond be so thick that they can't be happy for you in the right way if you're not with the right people. Because I'm not going to say everybody, but if you're not with the right people, your accomplishments are going unnoticed. Yeah, or it's going to be like a, hey, yeah, girl, that was cute. Oh, I need to do it. Yeah, not so. I've learned to just kind of take a lot of my accomplishments, just like, oh, but I did it. Ooh, hey, next one, you know.
And I noticed that with you. I think that's why I always try to like you deserve it. Like,
yeah, you've been helping.
Get it? Like, no, that's you. Like,
you've been helping with that
because
I'm not good at that.
I understand. Like, in the way I see it, because what I see is modesty. Modest, like you're so modest, you're so humble.
I try to be.
But I also see where it's like,
I still have my moments.
Nobody. It just kind of seemed like, did anybody ever tell you it was okay for you to
chill?
No, not chill, but just like, go ahead, girl, do it. You know, in a positive way, like, you know, kind of like,
right.
You know,
not go,
like,
not like, girl, go do it.
Right, but girl, go do it. I wouldn't do it, but you know what? You deserve it. You do it, girl. Get on that roller coaster, girl. Like, get on it. Like, you, like, this is where you at. Like, I say that because I found myself kind of doing that. Like, I woke up the other day, like, damn. Especially when you said it, like, you on a ball tour and stuff. I find myself doing things that I think I've always wanted to do. And me being around certain people or certain friends or anybody I was affiliated with, one, I never got a chance to express that to them, already knowing how they think, so it was something I had to suppress. And I didn't realize that me actually doing these things, I feel good about it, you know, so I genuinely unfold and become vulnerable, and I don't care who's around to see me get all excited. I don't care.
That's what I love about you. I mean, I told you that I love that about you too, because you have like a childlike energy to you. So like you, she's like old but new, guys. Like it's so crazy because she has like a she's like I said, she's older in age, not like that, but you know, very mature age. But she's very young in spirit, and just how she approaches different things. Like everything she goes is like brand new. Like it's like like it's so cute though. But I think that's awesome because I'm kind of more like the experienced one, so it's kind of like letting her know, and she's older than me, so that's fair. But but it's always been like that with me though. It's like I'm a young one, but you would think that I'm older than her.
And it's beautiful for me because I've always been the older one out my friends, you know. So it'd be like, or, and you're so intelligent, you're so wise too, you know. But it's very seldom where you could come across people, and if you're one of those people that's in the lane of always fueling someone and having to always fuel yourself because you don't have anybody else to fuel you, it is refreshing to meet somebody who's able to kind of give you what you give everybody else.
Like I told you, we mesh more well off our disagreements because I think that we know how to handle disagreements. And it's funny that I wanted to say this because I've been noticing that as of this last week, because I want to get your pick on it, because I remember we were just on a show on Big O where someone asked me a question I had to answer was about religion and spirituality, and I've been noticing even with you lately that you have been posting a lot of stuff about like Jesus and about spirituality, and I even wanted to ask you myself. I was like, but it'll be perfect if we talk about it on the pod, because I think it'll be cute, and we can get into it as much as we can. But I want to know your take on spirituality and religion, and like how do you feel? Because I see that you are really big on debunking the theory of Jesus that people have, and like you share a lot of videos of how just they use the word Jesus like on the slave ship. I posted you that a slave ship was called Jesus and stuff like that. But go ahead. How do you feel?
What I feel about religion, It's simple as is a construct, just to keep things in order. That's how I see religion. Spiritualists, I kind of see that as a sense of freedom to make your own choice, to believe what you feel more so. Spiritually, to me, being natural. So I go off my feelings, you know. And that's kind of how I maneuver. To me, spirit has to do with masculine and feminine energy. Whereas though religion, how I see it, will give you everything except the feminine energy.
I see what you say. Like, it's a lot of it speaks of like him and like male and very dominant. I get that part. And because again, we can't subject God, even God, to gender, because God is genderless. But I get where they say that, I guess.
Okay. So I'll go into and spiritually.
Really say that either,
I'll say spiritually. For me,
like, where
since
are you spiritually?
Spiritually, I know.
What do you practice? What do you give? What do you do?
I meditate. I believe in my ancestors. The spirit, most of all, is the divine feminine. A lot of people will say that's God or refer to God as a he and give it a gender. To me, it's the divine feminine. I used to say God is a woman, God is she, but then it became contradicting or controversial within music, and then, you know, so I just keep it as simple. I own my masculine energy and I own my feminine energy together. I don't try to suppress neither of them.
Me and you are the same in that arena.
You know, and I feel like that's what spirituality is to me. For me to feel all of me through and through.
Have you been to church? Have you gone to church?
I have gone to church. I actually enjoy church.
What stopped you from going?
My discernment. I was reading the Bible and I was having questions, and no one in the church was giving me answers. So
and see, and I'm totally honest with you. You should question certain things. I think sometimes we get so caught up into just believing what people tell us and what we know instead of experiencing things for yourself. And I think it's not one thing. I think people do get mixed up is that God wants us to come to God with the questions. And God wants us to ask, like, what does this mean?
I believe
why
that.
Or you know what I mean? Because I don't believe that we're supposed to just be like, oh, just like, God does not want us to just be like, follow my rules and don't ask me why. I mean,
because that's and
to a certain degree,
spirituality. That's what spirituality has taught me, that the spirit is put in us, and religion was given to us, handed over.
But like you said, religion was a way to keep us. Because I'm going to say, again, like I said, well, you know my beliefs. Well, like I said, again, I was very into. Well, go ahead.
However, I will wrap it up and say, there is no difference in the spirit I serve from the God I see in you. There is no difference. And it's me knowing that you believe in the same power source that I do, without all the adjectives and all the things in between. To me, that is truth and light that I can recognize within people.
Right.
You know.
But like I said, for me, again, like I said, I too was brought up in a religious home, so I was taught a lot of stuff. I like how they say, train up a child in the way they should go, and when he grows older, he'll never depart from it. So it is kind of hard sometimes to unlearn when you learn so much about Jesus. And I think it was like when I kind of knew about Jesus and God, it's like even in the midst of me doing doing my own thing and living and rebelling and going my own way, God was always like there, and God always seemed to show God always seemed to show himself somewhere, and it's just like, it just was everywhere. And like I said, I always would pray for my friends. I would always pray all the time. Even praying and doing drugs. I would be praying. Sometimes.
But
it got me to a point later on, like I said, where now I'm praying without the drugs, and now I'm in a better place in my life after years of saying I'm done, after years of saying I went through like I said, I went through a long time being spiritually dead, if you can say. I think I literally just woke up to my power and woke up to who I am and who I'm continuously on my way to being every day in 2020. I think a lot of us got a tick. I don't know what happened, but something knocked everybody in the head. For those that is meant to wake up. For those that are meant to wake up around this time, you got that same ding in 2020. I promise you.
Definitely.
A lot of people, that's when a shift happens. I don't know what it was, but I tell you all the time the story. It was like something left my body. I was getting high one night, and then the next day I was like, nope, I'm cool. And then I tried to get stoned again. It wasn't for me. So I just said, it's a wrap. And I've just been on that journey ever since.
And it's so funny because, like I said, I feel like how you used to say, or how you will still say, God put things, Spirit put things, there are things that the Source puts in us that are already there. And
embedded in us.
Embedded in us. And even if it's knowledge or, ignorance. Ignorance as in lack of understanding. We need to start speaking with etiquette, not just throwing ebonics around. But I say that to say that growing up for me, we wasn't a church family. But we did have a church van that came to our block, and all of us kids, would get on the church van, and we would go around picking up other people, and we would go to the church. And I never understood, even though at a young age I would have all these questions. I knew I wanted to go to church, but I knew as soon as I got to church, I knew I shouldn't have been there, or I couldn't have been there. And I didn't understand any of that until later in life. But it never stopped me from going to church until my last time going to church. And
I was about to say, can you, and that's, thank God, because that's why I wanted you to really reiterate, because I remember that you did say something before.
Yes, so my last time going to church was...
Which was your last straw? That was your last straw with church.
I wouldn't say my last straw, because I will watch a good sermon on TV.
I was, open to going.
I'm still open to the experience of church.
Right.
Regardless of what I see. Because I go for my fulfillment, for what I can get out of it, but I'm all for it, all for it. But my last time going to church, I was spooked, and it was something that
spooky.
Spooked is an ebonic in the community. For those who don't know,
that means that someone was able to tell.
That means somebody was able to tell that I was biologically. Whatever. So
the opposite of what I present now.
Very much.
I love how someone can search so much. She don't know how to tell her tea at all, yo. But for those that know, y'all know. Again. But go ahead. It's the transparent energy. Honestly, but go ahead.
But it was one of my girlfriends. She passed away.
She got
Oh baby, he was not having it with me, and you know what?
And it's like when they see I know he decreed.
But you know what? I also felt like he's seen my anointing, or if that's what they call it,
Because I believe you have one. I always say that I believe you have an anointing,
and
I can feel it.
That's decent.
Yeah.
But I went to the church, and the irony was I had gone twice before this time.
And he didn't clap.
They didn't say anything. But for some reason, I could not shake that out of my ear, even sitting there. Just that they about to say something about gay people in the sermon. That was always one of my things. It seemed like every time I would walk into church, it just switched.
I had one message before I got here. But baby, God gave me another one as I was sitting here.
And clearing,
yeah. And I gotta let this out now.
The homosexuality has to stop.
That's the one.
And
it's putting on performance. That is the worst.
And for the first two times, and my girlfriend, she was trying to be in the church to save her husband or her marriage and all this stuff like that. And as a friend, I said, "I'll go, girl, I'll go." And it was decent because she already knew how I was spiritually. She was like, "I don't want to be any disrespect," but it's actually, damn, rest in peace, Tina, rest in peace. I'm just feeling like how I was with you, how we started off. Like, if I didn't get that from Tina, like, I don't think I would have been able to execute the whole being able to compromise who I am, you know, sacrifice who I am to get what I really want, you know, as a friend. So she's like, I don't want to come between your spirit. She was like, but I need you to come with me, and I got the clothes. Yeah, it's a fashion show to me, respectfully, in the eyes of the creator.
To be honest.
You know,
because I'm not gonna lie, I got into a little of that a little bit when I went to church. Like, you get caught up into it. I guess with black people too. It's just like a part of it's just something. I think it's a part of the culture.
It's a part of the culture
where it's like that's where we put our best on, you know. And I got caught up in that Sunday's best too. I got caught up in that, but my video is just to eat though. For those that do remember, my video is just to eat. My church the church that I did used to attend, did move. They moved from that church, so that's probably why people haven't seen them videos because. The church has relocated,
but really quick, it was so funny because, like I said, I went to two Sundays, and it was all good. That second Sunday, I remember the pastor, and I never can get their names right. I don't know the difference between a deacon, a reverend, a pastor. The first man. I don't know the difference. You know, it's to me.
Well, first man sound a little gay. But that's because the first man is in yeah. Because it's supposed to be like the first lady is supposed to be like
the husband, the deacon's
wife, the
pastor.
pastor. So if it's the first husband, that means it's a gay couple, which they do have.
Interesting.
My church had one.
Interesting. Well, on the second time, when I went, the guy was basically saying that he wouldn't be there next week. And he was having a guest speaker from a fellowship church that they were friends with, and he was coming to preach. It was that Sunday that I felt the most nervous that I've ever felt in a long time. And I ended up going, and he did it. He did it. The 2 weeks before, the main pastor, I guess, at that church, he didn't do it. And I felt a little at ease. Like,
he was like, okay, it was the first week about the food. You said, okay, test the waters. Because you was already testing the waters.
I was already testing the waters. And I wasn't, you know, that spirit, it didn't show out in front of me. But it came. It came for me. It came for me. So, the third week that I went, and the guest speaker came, and I watched him get introduced, and when he got up there, he started saying whatever he was saying. But whatever he was saying, he just kept looking at me. And I broke the contact, and just kept looking. He went on about his sermon, and then it was over. He didn't say anything about homosexuality, but he kept looking at me. And I'm not going to lie, I was getting the wrong thoughts up in the house. I was getting the wrong thoughts. Because I was going to take him back to the pulpit and be real religious.
All right.
In the name. No, but after the sermon, he basically walked up to me with a smile, and I'm feeling like...
You think he about to say, hey. Mm-hmm. I think about to greet you.
He said, how you doing? I said, I'm doing good. He said, what brings you to the house of the Lord? And I'm not going to lie, I didn't know how to answer it. And I think in that moment, I didn't know who I was talking to. Or let alone who was even talking to me.
Right.
You know, so I'm like, to praise the Lord? Like, I came to praise.
To get what I need.
To get what, yeah.
To get my fill up.
And he goes, you know, if he wanted to ask me, like, why? Like, why? He would have.
That's what he wanted to say.
That's what he wanted to say. Why are you here? Wouldn't you feel more...
What made you feel comfortable walking through my door?
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to say.
Yeah, where are your people at? Are you lost? Like, that's how he was talking to me. And before I could tap my girl...
That's how he was talking to me.
Before I could... Rest in peace, Tina. Before I could tap Tina, she had heard it with her nosy self. And she she said, what are you trying to ask my girlfriend? Just like that. And I knew right then and there, the Spirit said, church is not for you. The church is not for you. Not God, not Spirit, not my source.
Don't get that mixed up. Don't get mixed, because we are the church. We are the church. The people are the church, because you are the church. Church lives inside of you, because
you are the temple.
Yeah, we are supposed to be the ones walking around spreading the word, letting people know, for those that do. But again, go ahead.
Yeah, but that's when Spirit let me know, like, the church isn't for you. And I didn't know how to take it. Maybe it's that the people...
Because it's not for everybody.
You know, it's not. Maybe
but it's good to be in a body.
But Right. But when it was given to me, I just took it like now, years later, I just look at it as whatever I have, whatever God has put in me, and me knowing how the church is commercially, stereotypically, I'm automatically a target.
And rightfully so.
I'm automatically a target, and I feel like God is like, I will put you in many places, but I am not going to make you a fool. I'm not going to put you.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm not going to make you a fool. I'm not going to put. You know what I'm saying? And it's not every church, because I'm still open. I will go to church.
Because we talked about it.
Yeah. You know, but God let me know.
And when it's right, when you're right.
When it's right, and where to go, because I trust Spirit enough to just let me off my feet and just push me in a direction with no questions asked. Mm-hmm. You know.
Okay, but wait. Okay, also, quick update on the bull.
The military guy who choked out
Jordan Neely. The military guy, Daniel. He got charged. He turned himself in the other day. He's only getting charged for manslaughter though, so which might get him, if anything, 15 years. But like we said, 2 years with house arrest. 3 years.
3 years house arrest and community service.
For real, you already know. And he's a Marine, and he young, and he white.
And they're gonna use all his flags and badges and honorary.
Yeah, they about to run it out. He's really a great guy. Because again, Jordan was hungry. Like how you said, he was hungry. He was irate. He was having one of his manic attacks, I'm guessing. And again, you know, like you. Now, I do understand if he probably was in people's face, probably being a little. I don't think he was that deep. I do know that he was cut up and carrying, but it wasn't. If he not, because sometimes some people, I've seen it on the bus and then on the train, because I do catch the bus and train. Never no shame.
Never no shame. Catch the bus and the train is never no shame.
But you see how some people try to be the savior of the day when they see certain people scream, because some of the ones that be on the trains and you know this little have their moments when they be like, "Ow, yeah, motherfucker," and they want to curse certain people out, even get in your face. They're not gonna do nothing to you. Right. But you know,
some will, with the drug-induced ones. But Jordan was an entertainer, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was entertaining. He was just having, because he was, but they said he got locked a lot of times. But like how they also said, a lot of people like that would want to get locked up, so they can go and get
the shelter, the comfort,
you know, something to eat, because he didn't eat for like 3 days. They said.
And the crazy part is, we know that to be true because we've had girlfriends to do that. I knew a girl personally, God rest her soul, Mika, who, bitch, it's wintertime. I got to get locked up. I got to go to jail. And the crazy part is, I knew her because I only knew her on the stroll. Yeah, I was a 2007 retiree.
Came a long way, honey.
Yeah.
Came a long way for beating them streets, honey. No shade.
Thank God. And you can do it.
Because we were just talking about earlier, and said we're not going, or maybe. But
damn, this is. Yeah, because
like I said, but I don't want, like, you know how sometimes it's so good that we don't want to drain it out, though.
We're going to do another episode of Let's Talk About Sex. And I think we should get into all the stroll.
But what I was going to say is back to another conversation.
But go ahead.
Oh yeah, but I was thinking about another conversation that we just had just recently today about thank God for us moving on from that, because that took a lot of our girlfriends or people that we know.
The stroll did.
The street life. Like street life. What did you say earlier to me about somebody saying that what you struggle with? Or
basically,
which will take you out.
A guy, once upon a time, when I went to jail, a man in prison had told me. He said, "Look, don't go out the same way you came in, because that's what's going to take you out the world." You know, and I didn't understand later in life until I was seeing that girls that if I grew up on the stroll with girls, you know, I was seeing these girls dying. As I got older, there were girls dropping. And not only did I see that, I could not help but to see in myself that if I didn't get off the stroll, that if I didn't start filling out applications for real and stop giving a heck about what anybody else think about flipping a burger or pushing a shopping cart, if I didn't try to sign myself up in school or go to alternatives, if I didn't do anything like that,
thank God.
It wasn't going to be enough jail to keep a bullet, a knife, a raping, or anything from me. And I'm just
thankful,
transparent.
Yes,
And
I'm thankful. Oh my gosh, I said the same thing. Like I said, I went back to school. So for y'all, go back to school. If you dropped out, I dropped out around 10th grade. Went back and got my GED around 22. You can do it too. It was just an old lady that turned. Well, she was 90 years old. Just got her GED. 93. Anybody can go get their GED. Go back to school because there's so many people in our community that are
miseducated.
Miseducated.
Already socially underdeveloped.
Yes, that was where I was looking for. Underdeveloped. There's so many of us that are underdeveloped.
I highly recommend.
Having to be on the streets at an early age, having to survive. So it comes with the territory, and so many of us had dropped out of school, which means that we've said F school, which means that a lot of y'all don't know how to read, don't know how to spell, but y'all know how to get on Facebook, y'all know how to post, y'all know how to shake your ass.
And all that's good, but it ain't getting you nowhere.
It's not.
So I
get that school also has been a tactic that they use to enslave us too. Don't get me wrong, but still, school, you have to be educated.
It's called productivity. It's called productivity.
I know what it is to try to use these stupid things. At the end of the day, go to school.
Go to school. Stop sleeping all day and getting up at night and living your best life. Stop living your best life all day and doing nothing at night.
It's already live your best life, but live your best life learning too. You can live your best life learning.
I love that. Live your best life learning. Nobody told me that. And this is why I have to be auntie, grandmom, sister, and especially the mother when I say, if you somebody that's my age and you got young people around them, educate them or leave them alone. And if you're somebody young and you hanging around them old heads, if they ain't teaching you nothing, get out of the way. Get away from them.
Like I said, I always
get away from them.
I haven't dotted every I and crossed every T. But one thing about me, I was never big on introducing any young cats or any young kids to anything that I got involved in. I never wanted them to get turned out into anything that I've done that I know that I was trying to get out of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't put them onto no drugs, didn't put them onto no sex work, didn't do nothing, because you're not going to blame me later on if somebody asks you how you get introduced. Oh, Jordan showed me, Kid showed me. No, you're not going to ever tell nobody that. Like, if you're going to find out, like I said, now but even the ones that were introduced even before, I still had a certain boundary with them. Like, I'm not doing certain stuff with you. Like, we're not doing all that together. Like, we're not doing it.
Right. Like, boundaries is imperative.
Like, we're not doing it.
Boundaries help shape people. Look, the world as we know it, and I've just put this as a stat, is not the world I grew up in.
It's definitely not. I mean, and we should be understanding with the time things change, so we're going to have to adapt with the new. But it's still getting crazy.
I can't adapt to anything. I just have to pay attention to how much is changing, because I feel like, and I agree with what you mean when it comes to adapting, but that's a process. I think, it's a comfortability state, it's a conditioning, trying to get into it, but things are happening rapidly where I can't even adapt to it. Like, I have to literally ground myself, sit still, and just take notes. Like, oh shit. Like, it's a lot going on. And this is Transparent Energy.
And guys, we're about to wrap it on up. Again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Even though this is going to be after Mother's Day, when you guys hear, but again, Mother's Day is every day. It shouldn't be this particular day. Again, this is a holiday, but again, every day should be Mother's Day. You should treat your mother, especially if she's still living, how she deserves to be treated, with respect, with love, with honor, by you. Treat her well. So, again, have a great week, guys, and we will hit you back when we see you later.
Well, we'll see you guys next week as usual. Stay productive, stay positive, and most of all, stay transparent. My girl.
Bye.